Quick time check. The reason we collect the data that we do, particularly, this is probably a bit of a distinction in my business. I know other advice firms don't collect all this stuff. More power to them. I haven't always done it this way. But what I found is by collecting this data, firstly, I don't have to keep coming back to you during the process going, oh, hey, how much is your mortgage? Hey, what's the address again? Hey, it's all done in one fell swoop. And also by having a really comprehensive picture, we can see, okay, so your financial picture's like a circle. And you've maybe asked us to look at one segment of that circle. But then I've asked you for information about the whole circle, and you might be going, why the hell does he need all this? Another part of the circle might directly influence the advice in the segment we're looking at. So part of that might be superannuation. You've engaged us to review superannuation. Is there a cheaper fund out there? Is there a better option? Can we invest it better? Great. But from that, we then need to look at, okay, if we move you out of that super fund to a new one, does that trigger any insurance issues? Are you going to lose insurance? If you are going to lose insurance, can you afford to lose it, or do you have a medical history that means you need to keep it? We then start talking about really nitty-gritty stuff like eligible service dates and components. Flowing on from that, maybe you've got a kid or two, or maybe you're a blended family. You've got kids from separate relationships. How do we make sure that estate planning scenario is factored into your superannuation advice? It might already be right in the fund you're in. Us moving you might trigger an issue with that. Then we've got investment risk tolerance. How does that flow onto your broader scenario? Your superannuation, if we look at it in isolation, we're probably doing you a disservice. We should also run a scenario to see where your super is going to end up come retirement, but we can't do that in isolation. So it's that kind of thing where we have the scope of work and we stick to that, but there's often bleed into the other areas of what we do. So we collect a very comprehensive sort of set of data, because then we get into start preparing our advice for you.